Hey, how's it going? So I'm here. I came into GameStop today. I was on my way to Alani Casino this morning, and I just kind of stopped. Said, hey, like I went and I ended up going to the grocery store. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna go back home. I played a little bit this morning. I went back to play F1, and I noticed they've got a lot of the Xbox, the Assassin's Creed Valhalla. That's I was looking at that on GameStop. I mean, not GameStop, Stadia, but I didn't get it on Stadia. Instead, I got the NBA 2K21, and so I've been having a lot of fun playing with that. And so sometimes when you come into the GameStop, they've got all the different controllers, some of the new game consoles. They have a lot of different, like some of the pre-owned games and stuff. I thought that was one of the different things before I got Stadia that I said, oh yeah, I could get, get something like pre-owned or something, because I was trying to see if I could get some of the other like mini smaller consoles to work. So, so they have some of that here. And sometimes I thought, because like when I was growing up, we had places that had like game stores you could just kind of go into and like just kind of talk like, oh, what's this game? What's that game? I have seen this too. Some of the new games coming out that I have seen coming out here. So you can see like kind of some of the, I don't know, not necessarily product launches and stuff, but just some of the different stuff you have there and everything. So sometimes it's like, oh yeah, and just different stuff. So I'm having a soda. Some of this stuff you think, oh man, wouldn't this be great to play? Because they're actually kind of fun. Like here you have a Mortal Kombat. It's pre-owned, it's PlayStation 3, and it's $15. This game would still play, and it would still be pretty good. I don't know if it's Mortal Kombat 3 or... You've got some of this other stuff on here that we don't talk about that much anymore. The 3D compatible game. It's NetherRealm, and it's a Warner Brothers game. And I guess by PlayStation 3, they were putting out the ESRB rating, which when I was growing up, we didn't really have ESRB ratings. There just wasn't really any rating for games because games weren't sort of... I guess the consoles that I grew up playing with were not online. So the difference was if you played computer games, you just sort of read the label, whatever you wanted to play on the computer, or if you tried to get online with a modem and try to download them. And all the consoles just, did not connect online. So I think once you had like an app store and an online store, stuff like that, it just became, much more needable. But some of this stuff, I mean, you can see kind of some of the older stuff. HD video output, 480p, 720p, 1080i, 1080p, 4 gigabyte required hard drive, 2 to 8 network players, 1 to 4 players, a DualShock 3, a headset, 3D game. They've got some of these other companies here that uses the Unreal technology. I remember playing Unreal Tournament a long time ago, and that engine I think is probably still used or modified. I don't know, but once that was being used at different places, you got that there, the Unreal. I saw it just the other week or something on a game. So that oh, I guess it opened. I guess the disc is not in there, obviously, but it would be something you go ask the store for and stuff. But the point I was saying is I just saw the Unreal, that logo pop up on a game. I'm trying to remember, it wasn't F1. I don't think it was, obviously not NBA 2K, and it wasn't Hitman. So I wonder if I accessed another game. I don't know. I could have sworn I was watching something. The U for the Unreal came up. But you had this other stuff. You had GameSpy, Blu-ray disc probably then was sort of a little bit new. Scaleform. I haven't heard of Scaleform. You've got Imagination Abu Dhabi. Image Nation Abu Dhabi, which is... They've got that logo right there. Some of this stuff, I'm trying to see what the year was. 2011, so it's actually not that old. I was thinking this was... almost early 2000s. I thought, because PlayStation was definitely by the mid to late 90s, 96, 97. So I thought PlayStation 2 came out by 1999. Which means PlayStation 3 would have come out in 2002, 2003, 2004 maybe. But this is a PlayStation 3, and it's 2011. So something with my timeline sometimes gets off a little bit. You know, it's like I remember talking about Shaquille O'Neal and what year he was drafted for the Orlando Magic, and what year that the movie came out. About basketball, stuff like that. I could have sworn in 1996 there was at least PlayStation 1, and they were talking about coming out with PlayStation 2. I thought already. So I thought for sure if it was 96, 97, PlayStation was out by 2003 or 2002, 2004, you probably already would have had at least a PlayStation 3. Well, I guess there's only 5 PlayStations, so maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. So here's Destiny. I did get Destiny 2, but I have not played it yet. Let's see what year this is. See, they're talking about RAD Game Tools, Dolby, and the double D symbols. Let's see, Bungie, Activision, Demonware. So, let's see, Xbox. Xbox is so tough because the Xbox was the first Xbox, then Xbox One came out. This is for Xbox One. It says Destiny. This is probably a pretty newer game. But and then you have some of this stuff. Some of this, I guess this is newer stuff. Some of these controllers I was reading about, I was looking at something up here. This is a clearance item, but it's $144. It's an Xbox. I always wanted to see this, I don't know, like reflected, sort of fractious, touchpad there, a gamepad, not a touchpad, a gamepad. Seeing how that affects gameplay, stuff like that. So here's the game. I guess it's display box. A lot of the headset stuff. It seems like when I play, a lot of the audio I have just doesn't, doesn't have the.
Yeah. Sorry, we're on camera. We have to have the mask up.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, sure, no problem. So yeah, I'm just I gotta have the mask up and stuff like that. So here's the PS5. They got all this stuff here. I'll show it to you. So you've got a PlayStation 5 Digital Edition, the Stunning Games Breakthrough Edition, Immersion, PlayStation 5, and the media remote there, HD camera, DualSense, all that stuff. So, yeah. So here's the launch. I guess the difference is you got the Ultimate Launch Edition, which is this price up here, and you have this price up here. So that's on the new PS5. So. Here's a classic, PlayStation Classic wireless controller. That's a really good price for a wireless controller. It's $3, $297. So it was $597. Now it's $297. You could play this with something. That's probably the lowest price controller I've seen. This wireless. I didn't even know they would have that here. So when I was trying to do some of the other gaming stuff earlier.
Well, okay, so once the system comes out, pre-orders are completely done. So there is no pre-orders once the system comes out. Now, online, occasionally they will do a pre-purchase. Hold on just 1 second. Yes. It should be just on the other side of door number 6. Okay. So there can be online. They can do pre-purchases.
All right, I'm gonna head out now. I just kind of stopped in. Hope everything's going well. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.